Good morning. I hope that you are well. Today we are going to be covering hypokalemia periodic paralysis regarding surgeries. We've had a rough week in our house this week. My husband had surgery on Tuesday. We, if you're familiar, or you may not be, and you're just looking for information, hypokalemic periodic paralysis. Um, Ours is familial, so it's passed down genetically, and you have a genetic mutation that basically allows yourself to be diagnosed with hypokalemia. So that is, in a nutshell, just the basics of like how you have it. And then with hypo, it just means that your body, I'm going to say loses, but it's a little more complex than that. Potassium. So your body does not hold it in the same way that me or someone that doesn't have it um, would hold it. It doesn't process it. Maybe that's the better way to say it. It doesn't process the potassium in the same way. And what that means is that there are periods of muscle weakness that can vary from just minor to very extreme, very scary. So you have to, it's really a lifestyle that you have to learn to live. It's a lot of being aware, extra awareness to your medical needs, medical conditions, and just awareness from your people, your family, um, as to what your triggers are, how to work with what you're given, right? So when it comes to, oh my gosh, look at my frizz. I got like this frizzy little, I apologize. Anyway, um, when it comes to surgeries or any kind of medical procedure, I am going to say before we continue that I am not a medical professional. I'm a family member that has two members in her family, I guess is the way to say it, that have been diagnosed with hypokalemic periodic paralysis. So this is my personal experiences. Oftentimes when you go to medical professionals, they don't fully understand the condition, and the family or the individuals themselves understand it to a degree that the doctors just don't, because hypokalemia is so rare. Oftentimes doctors have never even heard of it. There aren't necessarily specialists in many areas of the US that are aware of it either. So to some degree, you are you most definitely have to self advocate, but you become more of the specialist, more of the expert in your condition, and your family does as well. So when we go into surgery, a lot of times there is a fasting component, and I only say when we go into surgery because unfortunately the medication that the doctors have recommended to keep my husband's hypokalemia more manageable does have side effects, as all medications do. There is no medication out there that doesn't have a side effect or potential side effect, right? So, unfortunately, my husband has some of the side effects from the medication, but the side effects aren't as bad as not taking the medicine. So, that's something obviously you weigh yourself. But he's had to go into surgery for kidney stones, which doesn't sound like a big deal. But these stones get so big that they sometimes have to go in through his back and pull the stones out because they can't be passed. They're too big, or the shapes of them just aren't right, or they're composed of wrong things that blasting them would just not work. Well, the issue is with the fasting. So people that have hypokalemia need to continuously consume food that is just nutrient rich. You don't want to overeat your potassium, right? But you want nutrient rich food that has vitamins that support absorption of the potassium within your system. So that being said, when you fast, you have to stop eating at, they give them a blanket statement of midnight. And if we follow the procedures to a T, it never works out well for us. He's ended up in the ER after surgeries. He's left surgeries fine, comes home and then has problems a few hours later, because it's the effect of not having potassium but not having food. It's the food. The food helps your body keep the, like, bind the potassium, keep it in the blood system. This is something, again, I don't know why the doctors don't seem to understand. Woo, there's my hand. I did have a tripod and it has not worked out so well. So I'm back to holding up the camera with my arm, and I need better arm strength. But the potassium does not bind in the system without, like, actual real nutrients. So yes, they can give them IVs of it and that will bring it up, but to prevent the actual dipping down, eating food beforehand is, like, the way to go. Unfortunately, because they use anesthesia or anesthetic in these procedures, they don't want you eating because they don't want you gagging, and that actually makes life a lot worse for the anesthesiologist, and I understand that. But for you as a person, if you're looking to figure out how to prep for a surgery, my advice is talk to your doctor and get the earliest possible surgery in the day. That way you go the least amount of time without fasting. Explain your condition. Explain it the best of your ability, right? They are the doctor. They are the medical professional. They should have some kind of understanding. And then again, you need to build that support team of both family, if you have it, or just a care team that includes your specialists and stuff. So you have people that all understand your condition, all know what's going on, and all know how important it is that you get in and you get out, because you need to have your medication and you need to eat. Again, that's insanely important. The idea of, for me, I can go. Actually, I probably should go longer. I can go from bedtime until the middle of the day and the next day not eating and be just fine. My husband, not so much. So that being said, remember to self-advocate and keep yourself safe, but really aim for that first surgical appointment or procedural. It doesn't have to be a surgery. Any kind of procedure where you're going to have to fast, you want to be the first one. And you can say, because of my hypokalemia, I want to be in so that we don't have a problem with my potassium dipping. Hopefully that makes sense. And I apologize for not making more of these videos. I just was trying to find ones that would be helpful to you. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, please feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will cover whatever I can for you to help you. And just know you're not alone. And subscribe below, and I'll be making more videos soon. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.